Are you struggling with getting really high quality appointments into your calendar with high trust, almost like they're a referral through running ads, either through Facebook, Instagram, or any other social platform? Because we all know referrals are amazing, right? Because there's instant trust and they've been vetted by the referral source. So there's a transference of credibility. But what about when you're running ads, right? So the great thing about ads, of course, is you can scale to the moon. You will never run out. But the downside is, how often have you been in a situation where either you've run ads and you've got no leads, or you got leads or bought leads, but they didn't answer their phone. There's lots of issues going on, and you never actually get to an appointment, and you never get the sale. And what's the point? So in this video, I want to show you how to go from leads to actually highly trusting appointments that are highly qualified. So let's go through this. Now, if you don't have a good ad campaign in place, then have a look at our video. This produced over 200,000 leads. In that YouTube video, I go through the exact strategy. You can find it on our YouTube channel, Andrew Crouch, or on our blog on smartmarketingsuccess.com, and I show you exactly what to say in ads, how to pull in your ideal client profile into your world to give you their details and what the components are. It's all in that video. Don't need to opt in. I'll give you the scripts. I'll give you the framework. It's all there. Now, so let's say you got leads, but now what? They're not converting and nothing's happening. Here's the problem. A lot of people kind of look at the situation like, I'm business to consumer or business to business, and I'm going to say and tell you here right now, it doesn't matter. It's H to H, human to human. So think about running your company and advertising and wanting a qualified appointment. Think of it like human relationships, like dating. So in saying that, stop asking for marriage on the first encounter. Don't be the dude that walks into a bar up to a lady and says, "Hey, I want to get married. Want to have a chat?" Not going to fly. And this is the problem I see with people doing all the time with leads, of saying essentially running an ad and then the communication process. Because what we're going to talk about in this video is the communication process that you should have inside your business that takes a lead to a highly converted referral type appointment. What do you say? What you should not say? How do you build trust? How do you decrease skepticism? Because the biggest problem that you have when you get a lead is they're skeptical. They're not trusting. They don't even know you. But they may have seen something in your ad that got them interested or curious enough to take that step. But that's all it is. It's a tiny step. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how do you date them. What do you say, what don't you say, and how do you build out the communication process so you get the cream rise to the top of your ideal client profile that feels compelled and influenced to want to book in with you. So let's go through that. So one of the couple of things I'm going to say is don't shout. What I mean by that is if you've got a lead coming and you've got follow-up emails or text messages going out, don't be the person that kind of communicates, and I've seen this so many times with, "Hey, you inquired, when do you want to book in, when's a good time to chat?" And they do this over and over. And it's like, shut up, right? Have you ever seen a situation where there's a guy that goes on a date with a lovely lady and he does all the talking? He just won't shut up. And he walks away and thinks, what happened? Why is there no second date? It's because it's all about them. They're talking about themselves. So be clear to understand when you send out communications to people, don't talk about yourself. Don't talk about how good you are. Don't talk about what you can do. Just don't. No one cares, right? So what do we talk about? Now, the challenges you have, like I said, you've got low trust and high skepticism. And what we want to do in this communication process is reverse it. We want to decrease their skepticism and we want to increase their trust. We also want to filter leads to make sure all these leads are coming in. Some are not going to be right. We want to create natural attrition. We want to make sure that these types of leads that are not right, they unsubscribe because they can see themselves in the communication that it's not for them. It's not going to work for them. We also want to deal with objections and concerns in this process, which is going to make it easier when you get on an appointment if you can kind of overcome some of those, right? And then we're going to talk about mechanism and a format, right? So I'll get to that. So in building out a sequence, what you want to think about is, first of all, go down your ideal client profile and think about what are some of the objections that come up? What are their concerns in potentially dealing with you or a service provider like yourself? What is it that makes them want to come on a call with you so you potentially could help them get towards their dream outcome or their unfulfilled desire? Or what maybe is your service that you provide that gets them away from a pain point? And if you think about those two, it could be one or the other, or it could be both, right? Maybe somebody wants leads, and that's a pain point because they've tried so many things, and their desire is to get to highly qualified appointments in their calendar and doing 5, 10 sales and adding $1 million in revenue a year, right? Predictably and consistently. And so you want to think about the sequence. So when you think about the ad you've created, which, like I said, if you're not sure, go to the other video I mentioned and have a look on how to do that. You have to kind of craft a mini offer, talk to the clients about their dream outcome to pull them in. Now, from that moment, you get them to come into your world, right? To want to get them to an appointment, you have to build a sequence that makes sense. And so what you want to do is you want to have a format of HVT plus CTA. What that means is high value training. This is the simplest way to position yourself as a trusted expert. Rather than in the emails talking about, well, this is what I've done and this, don't send social proof too quickly, too early. There needs to be context. It doesn't really make sense straight away. What you want to do actually is, however they came into your world through the ad, build on that. You saw in the ad and you've obviously got this information from a free report. Another problem that we see that comes up for people is XYZ. The way you can overcome that is through ABC. Teach them something in your email and you will always be welcome. They won't unsubscribe, right? So high value training. The first part of your email, talk about something that's a pain point for your avatar. That's something that they want to get to, but maybe they're stuck, and give them some aha moments in that email. Make it really valuable. By doing that, by teaching something as a byproduct without you having to say a word, you will position yourself as a trusted expert. You also increase the trust and you will decrease the skepticism. It'll start to shift through that good communication. Now, when you've done that in the first part of an email, right, where you've given them some good information, you've also now earned the right to transition towards the bottom of the email into a call to action. And that call to action can be as soft as, hey, what I've just described there is very general and there are many variances to this, and everyone's situation is personal and unique. And if you'd like to know more, you can book in for and give your strategy call or appointment a name that may be results-based thinking, so they will actually feel compelled to want to book in to learn more. Really super important. So if you follow this format of HVT, high value training, with a call to action, that wins the game. And that stacking upon each other day after day. So when somebody comes into your world, email them daily. It's okay. A lot of people think it's too much. It's not, and I'll tell you why. If you're a keen fisherman and it's your passion, you are getting emails about that every day, about where to fish, how to set up the hook the right way, all these sorts of things, you'll probably welcome it because you love it. If you don't, you're going to unsubscribe. It's the same with your email communication. This is the beauty of it. If you're talking to the right avatar, the right person, they're coming and you're helping them solve a problem on a daily basis, you build trust quickly and they'll send into one to book a call with you. If they're not right, they will also unsubscribe. And that's the other part of it. Part of this high value training that you have inside the email, you want to kind of call out some of the qualification factors that are important of those types of people you can help, which means the person that's not a fit is going to see that and go, this is not me. And they're going to naturally unsubscribe and not want to book in. The ones that see themselves in your communication, that is exactly me, and I've got the same problem, I want to get to they're more likely to book in. So now what happens over time, you get these highly qualified appointments in your calendar along with a higher trust. And if you match the trust with the qualification, what do you end up with? Almost like a referral type of appointment, which we all know they're the best. So this is what I really wanted to get across for you in this short video. Just really understand that you have to, don't just write random emails and text messages. Think about the runway, the sequence. What type of ad did you run? What problem did you solve from the ad to what information you gave them? What chronologically makes sense that you would talk about next, which will bring up another problem or another hiccup or another situation that you can build on with case studies and teachings to make sure you build trust naturally. It's a natural conversation, very much like the dating process. You're kind of dating and you want to get the know, like, and trust factor. We've all heard that one. If you can achieve that in your engagement series, you're going to knock it out of the park and you're going to get lots of organic bookings without even using an appointment setter and some other parts that we could talk about. But this video I wanted to focus on get your sequence right. Get it right and have a think about objections, concerns, address them. Teach them really good stuff. Put your best foot forward. Put your best stuff there. They will still need your help to facilitate whatever it is you tell them, right? Don't be afraid to give your best stuff. You only get one chance before they unsubscribe. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like this one, check out our other video, which is about generating over 12,000 leads and $2.31 million in sales, or the other components to make all of this work. I'll see you inside the next one.